Hello everyone, I hope you and your loved ones are all safe and well again this week and that you've been enjoying the re-emergence of the sun. Here's the video version of this week's information. It's a brief account of our first week back and a few of the basic reminders of what to expect for next week. These videos that we're making just now have all the same information as the letters we're sending out. We're making the videos because we're aware that some parents and most of their kids prefer the videos rather than the long letters. And I'm also pleased to learn that some of the parents and the kids are sitting down together to watch them. So it seems that my Sunday mornings or Sunday afternoons is spent wisely after all. Our senior pupil leadership team are currently editing another one of these videos that they made throughout the S1 transition week. Please see our YouTube channel and you'll get a reminder when it's uploaded. So what happened last week, week 1? It was obviously an anxious time for all our pupils, our parents and our staff as we welcomed back everyone for the first time in many months. The first time that many of our youngsters are being brought together, all in the one place. The first chance the S1s in particular have had to meet all their fellow new starts and hopefully their future friends. From the moment we gathered all our youngsters together in their clans on the avenue as they eagerly awaited their first day at the big school, through to the huge sports event that we held on a glorious sun-kissed Friday, most seemed to have a fabulous time. I spent a great deal of time chatting to our youngsters either in class or at lunch or on the way down to the train, and each had a happy story to relay to me. I'm not so sure they wouldn't rather have been down the beach, to be honest, but they definitely had an enjoyable experience by all accounts. For those who had a bump along the way, our staff and senior pupils were on hand to give them a wee lift or a wee word of encouragement to ensure that all went well. Built their resilience and made sure that they had a happy face for their next experience. For those S2 to S6 pupils that came in to meet the staff, to work through their timetables, to recourse, to reconnect with their teachers and the environment being back in the school, that extended transition was welcomed by many others. My thanks to all the staff and many of our S6 pupils for looking after everyone throughout that transition week and giving them a wealth and a breadth of new experiences. Thanks especially to Mrs Morrison for leading the transition programme. All pupils return tomorrow, Monday the 17th, unless they feel unwell, unless they've got COVID-like symptoms. High temperature, a new continuous cough, loss or change of their sense of taste or smell. Don't come to school if you have any of these. All pupils should arrive at school no earlier than 8:45 unless the bus arrives early. And the pupils should come to school in full uniform on day 1. They should come with kit, ideally a towel because there's no outdoor PE, so there's a fair chance they're going to get wet in Argyll. When travelling to school by bus, train, ferry or plane, pupils must wear face coverings at all time. Parents are not allowed in the school, the car park, the grounds at all unless it's a pupil with additional support needs, and they should have agreed that entry with Mrs Bain in the support department. And this will avoid having our kids coming into contact with any adults unnecessarily. All parent communication will be held over the phone or using Google Meet, but please email the school first, unless it's urgent, and then phone. Give us a heads up what question you want answered or what support you need in the email. Unless it's urgent, and then we have a blether to you on the phone. Now, the advice for the Scottish Government is that people should be encouraged to walk or cycle to school. And if a parent does have to drive them to school, the kids should be dropped off at a safe place some distance from the school, and the kids can walk the remainder of the way, and that'll make sure that the kids all spread out and make it less likely that they're bunching together. And then when they arrive at the school, they'll be given some gel as soon as they walk in the door. Then they'll go to their class, they'll go straight to their My Time class, there'll be gel there. In fact, any time they come and go, they'll be getting gel. No need to wear masks in the school unless the pupil has a medical need or if they wish to wear them. And to ensure that the pupils are further protected, we have rewritten the timetable. So instead of moving the kids 8 times a day and having 1,000 people mixing in the corridors, then we're only going to mix them twice a day. They have to move twice. Some of the classes will move 3 times, but that's still a huge difference, limiting that risk of contamination through bursting bubbles. And the bubbles will all be in year groups. Breaks will be held in classrooms. There's an unnecessary risk in making 1,000 individuals for the sake of a 15-minute break mixing in the corridors, and so people should bring their snacks and their water with them for morning break. They'll not be able to buy food in the morning. They will be given a break, however. They'll get some downtime from their studies, and they'll obviously be allowed to go to the toilet, but they'll be allowed to go to the toilet at any time and not all together all at one go in 15 minutes. And the kids will get out of class one at a time. Lunch, well, obviously there's a lunch, but we've had to split that into 2 different sessions at different times. And each of the year groups in each of the sessions will have a different venue. One year group will be in the atrium, another in a games hall, another in a gym. Now, the pupils are allowed out at lunchtime. However, we strongly advise against this, and we would ask our parents to encourage the pupils to stay in school and either bring a packed lunch or order lunch from the canteen. And the pupils can order their food first thing in the morning at their Block 1 class, and then it will be delivered to their class before lunch. We'll not generally accept cash, by the way, like many shops. All the payments have to be made online. Now, we are aware that not all parents have signed up for this council facility, so pupils will receive all the details for parents to do that on Monday. But don't worry about sending your youngster to school on the first couple of days without any lunch money until that online thing is set up. We'll make sure that they get fed, and then we'll just deduct the money from the money that you load onto the online system sometime later in the week. And if you can't get online, please contact us via the email and we'll help you get online. And if you can't get online at all, in that case, yes, please send money in an envelope with your child's name, their class and the amount that you're sending in written on the envelope. They'll hand it into the office and the money will be deducted from the cashless catering card. But these should be few and far between, I would ask. Now, the school's been slightly amended so that we have a staggered finish. We don't need a staggered start. The kids are all coming in at different times. But the S5, 6, S3s, they all finish at 3:20. And the S1s, 2s and 4s, they finish at 3:30. Now, that might sound like they've got less learning time, but actually because we're having less periods, less changeover, they're actually getting more learning time at the end of the week. So that's a fantastic addition to our programme. So, these are the basic reminders I thought useful to provide just before we return tomorrow. But, as I said earlier, if you wish to remind yourself of the fuller details that I issued last week, or you may wish to reread the government information that are the guiding principles behind our school-based plans, then feel free to refer to my last 2 letters that you can find on the website. As always, if you have any questions or you require any support at all, please feel free to email the guidance teacher or use the contact us section on the website. I'd like to thank you very much for your support that you've been giving myself and the staff over these coming months, and I hope you have a lovely week and I hope the sun stays out for you all. Alright, see you all tomorrow.